Hi, welcome, and thanks for joining me today. So, we are going to focus on balance, and a big part of balance has to do with the feet. So, as we get started today, we're going to actually warm up and strengthen the feet first. Then, we'll go through a little gentle flow and then get into some more stretching on the floor at the end. So, come to the top of the mat, and let's start with the feet about hip distance apart, and we'll start with the feet. So, come on over. And let's just take the feet about the width of our hips. And I want you to lift all 10 toes, spread them out. And of course, my fingers want to do it too. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips. And then grip the floor with your toes and squeeze the floor. Let's do that a few times. Lift, spread the toes apart, and grip. Lift. Put space between the toes. Take a peek and look and see if there's toes that are being a little stubborn. And then grip. And a few more. Try to open it up, create some space between the toes, and grip. Open. So strength, flexibility, and circulation is the key to healthy feet. And grip. All right, now let's toe tap. Just the big toes first. Tap, 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 tap. It might feel a little awkward at first. Believe me, it gets easier. You gotta practice this. Tap, 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 tap. Press it down. The other toes are going to come along for the ride. That's fine. Just focus on the big toe. Now the little toes. Tap, 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 tap. And you may have one side that works better than the other. It's a little bit of an awareness. Tap, tap. Now let's alternate. Big toe, little toe. Big toe, little toe. My feet are getting tired already. Big toe, little toe. Yeah. Now shake out the feet. And here's the big challenge. Big toe, little toe, and the three middle ones stay up. And you're like, what? I haven't done this in a while. All right, big toe, little toe. I used to be able to do this. I haven't done this in a while. Guess I need to do it more often. I'm going to try it one more time. Little toe. That is hard. Woo. All right, now bring the right heel up, and we're going to get pumping up. 2, 3, 4. I'm mirroring you, so my left, your right, up, way up on the ball of the foot. Way up there. Get some movement through that big toe joint. You can go at your own pace, okay? If you're a little tender, go a little slower. It's good. Now hold it up and roll across the transverse arch. That's from behind the big toe to the little toe. It's also called your landing pad, right across here, like the ball of your foot. That's your transverse arch. It'll warm up from the ankle as well. Side to side. Put a little pressure into that big toe joint. All right, let's try the other side. Up and down first. Get some movement going. If you have some good music playing, go to the rhythm of the music. Up and down. Should feel kind of good. All right, hold it up there and roll across, side to side. Now, stand with the feet hip distance apart, feet are parallel, shoulders back, and roll to the outside of the feet and inside, out and in. So the number one injury from the waist down is a sprained ankle. So keeping your ankles strong and flexible is going to prevent injury. Side to side. All right, now you might want to hold on to the wall for this part. We're going to reach the arms overhead and lift the heels and press down into the ball of the feet. Focus on the inner thighs, inner ankles, and you're pressing down right behind the big toe joint. Hold that balance. All right, come back down, bend the knees, stretch out the back of the ankles, and let's go again. Press the floor down, zip in the belly, inner thighs. And back down, release the arms, stretch it out. And one more, way up, releve, inner thighs. So focus from the inside of the ankles all the way up. And release. All right, shake it out. Woo. You do that a few times a week. You're going to get a lot stronger. You'll be able to wear high heel shoes gracefully, confidently. And here's the thing is when you go into a lunge, that back toe has to bend, okay? So that really helps. All right, let's do a little flow. Come to the top of the mat and take extended hand pose. Big stretch up, open the heart. As you fold, soften the knees and reach for the ankles or floor. Tuck your chin. Your feet can be apart. Be comfortable. Lift halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Nice flat back. And fold. Rise to the top. Extended hand pose. Palms together. Look up. And then clasp behind the low back. Let's pull the shoulders together and lift the heart. Release the arms, back overhead, take a breath. Forward fold, think belly to thighs, tuck your chin. Lift halfway. Fold. Back to the top, breathe in as you rise. This time hands to the heart center, come into chair, flat back. Then rise to a little back bend, open up, and forward fold. Use blocks for the hands if you need. Lift halfway and fold. Rise to the top. This time grab your right wrist and you're going to lift up and take a lean to your left. Then back to the middle, grab the other wrist, create space, and then lean. Place the hands back together, open the heart center, and forward fold. Lift halfway. Step back to down dog. Feel free to place your hands on blocks if you like. And let's walk the dog. Kind of sway the hips, one knee at a time, bending. Feel the stretch in the low back as well as the hamstrings and hips. Kind of move around. All right, come to the knees. Let's go cat and cow. As you round to cat, scoop in the belly, tuck the chin, flip the tailbone up, open a cow. A couple more. Now flip it up and make your way into puppy dog. So walk the fingers out and you're going to place your forehead or chin on the floor and stretch your upper body. All right, walk the hands back in and ease into that first child's pose. So maybe you want to just rest on the elbows. Take a deep breath. Feel the hips dropping towards your heels. Now, if your ankles are tight, you might even feel a little bit of stretch right across the top of the foot here. You can fold the hands and head can rest on the hands on this first one. And maybe even sway the hips gently. Give your hip flexors a little massage. Now reach the arms back out in front and rise to kneeling plank and back into extended child's pose. Inhale up, exhale out. Keep going, feel strong through the upper body. This is also strengthening your psoas muscle, which is a hip flexor that connects your leg to your back. You want it strong and flexible. Let's lower to the belly, onto the elbows for Sphinx pose. The eyes are turning in a little. Check your elbows right under your shoulders and open the heart. Press the top of your feet into the floor. Move the chest forward. Engaging the muscles right above your tailbone. Now fold the hands in front, put your head down, and bring your feet up and just sway the feet a few times and just loosen up your low back. Warm up the hip flexors. All right, stretch the legs back out. Cobra. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows in. As you lift the chest, ground the sacrum. That's right above the tailbone. And release. Deep breath. Let's go again. Come on up. As you lift, you ground the lower half of your body. And release. Let's give it a push to the knees. Extended child's pose. Stretch out. Focus on the shoulders. Big stretch. Kneeling plank. Lower to the belly. Cobra. Feel those back muscles working as you stretch your hips in the front of your body. And release. Push up. Child's pose. Extended arms. Stretch out. Kneeling plank. Lower to the belly. Open up one more time. And release. Child's pose, extended arms. Stretch out. And let's come back up on all fours. Now from here, I want you to take your left toes, tuck them under, and you're going to walk your hands out in front just a bit. So you get a little bit of an angle. And let's just rock. Now this is another way of creating lots of circulation without as much weight in the feet. So if the first part that we did is too challenging or too painful, this may be a good option. And let's switch sides. Rock it in and out. And you can also work on inflammation in the feet by watching your diet. So if you'll pull back on the white things, basically white flour, white sugar, corn, things that cause inflammation or that can create allergies, even can create inflammation. Alcohol, white potatoes, just all the things that we love. But if you really went on a cleanse and pulled back, you would notice a huge difference. All right, back to the first side. Now, stretch out the calf, but more importantly, bend your knee a little and stretch the Achilles tendon, and this gets into the fascia in the bottom of the foot. Straighten. Give it a little bend. Feel it in the back of the ankle and the bottom of the foot. It's a good little workout for your arms, too. One more, straighten and bend. All right, let's switch the leg. Power back, get that good stretch in the calf first. Deep breath. Give it a little bend, Achilles tendon. And straighten and bend. One more, straighten and bend. All right, let's come up on the knees for a second, and we'll go camel. We'll take a big stretch overhead. Create some space. Now drop the hands behind the head, elbows in, and just lift the chest. Focus on the upper back for a second. And release. Now take child's pose. This time, hands again can fold in front, or let the arms drape by your side and ground the forehead. You might need a block or a blanket. Let the shoulders relax and feel the broadening across the upper back. Deep breath. Long exhale. Do that one more time. All right, let's rise back up. This time as we come into camel, tuck the back toes. We're still working that flexibility of the feet a little. Big stretch up. Now bring that left hand around, and you're going to either place it on the hip or on the heel. Keep the shoulders squared and open the heart. Big stretch. Tuck your chin, bring that left arm up, switch sides, heel or hip, and open the heart. Now both arms overhead, big stretch. Both hands to the hips or to the heels. If you're going here, keep the upper back to focus. Pull the shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin, hands to the back for support. Help yourself up. Flip the feet over and make your way easily, slowly back into supported child's pose. Reach the arms in front and rise to down dog. Tuck the toes. And let's get those heels up and down. Work the feet just a little more. Now hold the heels up. Take a deep breath. Heels down, maybe toes up. If you need to, walk the hands back towards the feet a little. Get the weight back, or put your hands on blocks. Lift the toes, spread them out. All right, back to the knees. Take them wide, and we'll go wide knee child's pose. And just ground the forehead, elbows on the floor, and roll across your forehead a few times, side to side. And we'll stretch the inner thighs and release a little tension right across the third eye. Now ground the forehead, bring the hands out long in front, big stretch, and then bring the hands in prayer behind the head, deep breath. All right, let's make our way back up. I've got one more fun little stretch. You're gonna love this. All right, I want you to tuck your toes under, but you're gonna reach back and literally help those toes under. Grab them, tuck them under. Keep a little space between the knees. Now use your arms here and press back into the feet. And try to deepen that big toe joint stretch. Now let's rock out of it a little and push back in. Inhale out, exhale in. So this releases the joint, and then as you push back into the joint, the fluid is forced out. When you release, the fluid flows in and then back out. So you're moving the waste out and the fresh fluid back in. So it's really good for the joints to do that in and out movement. Now, if you want more intensity, you can walk it up. I don't have blocks with me, but if you have blocks behind you, you can put your hands on blocks and get your shoulder weight right over the top of the feet, or you can even put your hands on the feet. Owie, yeah, big, big, big stretch there. Breathe through it. All right, let's come back out, flip those toes back under, and give them a little love. Tap it out. Take down dog. Walk your feet to the hands. Take as many steps up as you need. And lift halfway. Take a breath. Forward fold. Exhale. And rise to the top. Extended hand pose. And bring the hands to the heart center. Step your left foot back to high lunge. And reach for the ceiling. So the heel is up. Hips are squared off. Open the heart. Now place your right hand on your knee and extend forward. Try to keep the arm by your ear. Both arms, if you want to work, are a little harder. And rise back up. Circle the arms and we'll step in. And switch sides. Back heel is up. High crescent lunge. Breathe energy to the fingertips. Hold that stretch. And extend forward. Support with a hand if you like to the knee or both arms. Zip in the belly. And bring it back up. Circle the arms, hands to the front knee, step in. And let's do that one more time. Left foot back. Reach for the ceiling. Reach like you mean it. And extend and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Circle the arms, hands to the knee. Step in. Right foot back. High lunge, big stretch. Hold. And extend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms back up. Circle and step it in. Let's go flow to the floor. Extended hand pose and forward fold. Uttanasana. Tuck your chin. Lift halfway. Step to down dog. High plank. Feel free to go right to the knees if you need to. Honor your shoulders. Honor your wrist. Everybody to the knees. Lower to the belly. Cobra. Open it up. And release. Push to the knees. Child's pose. Extended arms. And release. So we're going to finish with legs up the wall. This is going to get all the, it's going to just bring the fluid out of the legs. So you're going to turn your mat and place the short end against the wall. And then take your blanket. If you don't have a blanket, just grab a big bath mat or bath towel, excuse me. Place that folded blanket. And then you're going to sit with your shoulder against the wall. And then you swing those legs up the wall, and your tailbone is on the blanket. And you're going to let those legs just stay there. You can open the arms, take a deep breath, long exhale. Do that a couple more times. Feel the belly expand with the breath. Hold the breath at the top and let it out slowly through the nose. And again, a deep breath. Hold it and let it out slowly. Now, I want you to just be still, breathe normally, and zoom in on what you're feeling in the legs. You literally can feel the fluid coming down. So legs up the wall also allows your pelvic floor muscle to relax. And your heart doesn't have to work so hard because it's moving all the blood down, so the heart doesn't have to pump it back around so hard. Soften the brow, relax your jaw. Another little tip of the day is you can take a water bottle, open it up, drink a little bit of the water out of it, and then close it back up, put it in the freezer, and freeze that water. And then you can sit in a chair and roll your foot on top of that ice in that water bottle. If you have an injury or plantar fascia or something like that, that may feel really good, especially after you've exercised, and try to calm that down. If you're able to stay here with legs up the wall for a little bit longer, then try to do that. You can also open the feet a little bit and just let the legs open. You still get the inversion. It may feel kind of good to just open the legs a little. Just let gravity take it. And then go to goddess. So place your feet on the wall, toes turned out. And you can stretch the arms into a big V. And just allow yourself to open up for a bit. Now walk the feet back in and stretch those legs back up the wall for the last minute here. Deep breath. Long exhale. Now, let's place the feet on the wall and walk them over to the side and just rest on your side for a few breaths. Up your head and your arm. And then use your arms to come up and have a seat. Cross your ankles. Hands to the heart center. Hope you feel amazing. Legs up the wall can be very restorative. Make it a great day. Namaste.